Famous landmarks reborn through AI. The surrounding town of Trakai, once a thriving medieval hub, hums with the legacy of the 𝐭𝐴 people, a Turkic minority invited by Tatars in the 1400s. Their wooden houses painted in bright yellows and greens lining the lake shore, where they still prepare 𝐭𝐴 savory pastries filled with lamb or beef, a local delicacy sold at stalls near the castle. Lake 𝐿𝐵, one of 21 lakes in the Trakai Historical National Park, shimmers around the island, its waters alive with sailboats and kayaks in summer, while winter turns it into an ice skating rink, the castle glowing against snowy banks like a scene from a medieval chronicle. The castle fell into ruin after the 1700s, ravaged by wars and neglect, its walls crumbling into the lake, until a massive restoration began in the 1950s, lasting decades to rebuild its towers and halls brick by brick, using old sketches and archaeological finds to guide the work. Today it stands as one of Lithuania's most cherished landmarks, a symbol of resilience and national pride, often hosting festivals where knights in armor reenact battles and folk singers fill the air with ancient ballads, their voices drifting over the water. The best time to visit is late spring or early autumn, when the forests blaze with color and the crowds thin, letting the castle's magic shine in quiet moments as swans glide across the lake and the sun sets behind its battlements, casting golden reflections on the still surface. Trakai Island Castle isn't just a fortress, it's a living chapter of Lithuania's past, where history echoes in every stone and wave. Let's dive into Trakai Island Castle. Perched on an island in Lake 𝐿𝐵, just 28 kilometers west of Vilnius, Lithuania's capital, this red brick fortress looks like a fairy tale come to life, its turrets and drawbridges reflecting in the serene waters, surrounded by dense pine forests. Built in the late 14th century by Grand Duke Vytautas the Great, it began as a defensive stronghold for the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, one of Europe's largest medieval states at the time, its strategic spot guarding against attacks from the Teutonic Knights, who clashed with Lithuania in a centuries-long struggle for power in the Baltic region. Construction started around 1362, but the castle reached its peak in the early 1500s when it doubled as a lavish residence for the Grand Dukes, who hosted feasts and hunts in its great halls, its walls adorned with tapestries, and its courtyards alive with the clatter of armor and hooves. The castle's design blends Gothic and Renaissance styles, with 6 conical towers topped with red-tiled roofs, their pointed shapes piercing the sky, while thick walls and a moat-like lake made it nearly impregnable in its prime, a wooden drawbridge the only way in, now replaced by a sturdy footbridge for visitors. Inside the keep, a central courtyard opens to chambers where frescoes and stained glass once glowed, though time has faded much of their color, but the restored rooms now house a museum showcasing medieval artifacts like swords, pottery and coins, alongside exhibits on Lithuania's history, drawing thousands yearly to its stone corridors. Enjoy the show, subscribe now and tell us your next landmark.